Hey, hello everyone. It's nice to see you. Happy Wednesday. Definitely excited about I'm excited about the next 3 months gifting you guys with all this amazing social media training. And some of you, I'm going to give some shout outs to tonight that you are totally taking us up on this challenge. Last week, you guys, we were challenging you on upgrading your photos. And a lot of you took up that challenge and upgraded your photos with a little bit more, splash. So I just want to, shout out to those that are figuring it out and playing. And we're not looking for perfection, but we're, looking at trying new skill sets, right? Upgrading. And I see Renee. I can see her on the bike. I'm jealous. She's working out. I do have a PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to take you through, and Melissa's also going to join. But before I do that, is there any shout outs or welcomes to new teammates that might be on here for the first time?
Yeah, Nicole, I'd like to say shout out to Laurel, my rep in Mexico. She's on tonight.
Awesome. Hi, Laurel. I think we've met before. So hello. I hope to see you in Mexico in November. I'm coming for you. That's awesome. Good stuff. Any other shout outs? Okay, well, let's just jump in. So tonight, the training is going to be on really setting your guys up for social media branding. Okay, so yeah, last week was about like photo, making sure you've got like the right photo, maybe talking about like the colors that you represent. And so I'm just going to pull up the presentation here, slideshow from beginning. Okay. Why is it? There you go. Can you see that? I don't know why it never gave me my, there we go. Oh, because I have it in a different order. There we go. Okay, so from beginning. There we go. So tonight is about building your bio. And think these are the questions that I want you to start asking yourself. Like, who are you? Who are you on social media? Like, if somebody was to look for a specific thing, like, would you stand out? So who are you? What do you stand for? Would you follow you? And really what we're trying to do, Melissa and I, and the other leaders that are really on social media, is we're trying to get you to sharpen your pencil and show up as entrepreneurs, look like a professional online. Okay. And I would love in the chat, I want to find out how many of you are ready to turn up your social media game. If you are, give us a yes. For some of you, you might give us a heck yes or a hell yes. I want to see how many of you are truly committed to figuring out the social media, I'm going to say game, skill set, whatever you want to call it, but who is in? I want to see all that love, and give me hearts, give me thumbs up. I want to see that love. Like, we are totally committed to helping you guys bring up your best game. Awesome. Okay. So I just want to give a shout out to Alona, because Alona was one of the first photos that I actually saw get changed and updated. And I just like, you guys, when you see Alona's picture, if you don't know who Alona is, I want you guys to type in the chat, when you take a look at Ilona, what does that picture remind you of? When you see that picture, use adjectives to describe that picture. And I'm going to read some of them here. So people are saying confident, power, powerhouse, confident, total boss. Give me some more love. What else do you see in that picture? Especially if you don't know who she is. Fierce, professional. Yep. Awesome. Okay, Alona, I would agree with all of that. I was so impressed. You just like dove in and gave us a new picture. So I just want to, again, this was last week's task, was about the photo. So Ilona, you were very teachable and gave us your photo. I would love to see who else upgraded their photo in the last week. Who actually took up that task? Give a yes that you did in the chat. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is actually show you some examples, and then Melissa is also going to show you guys some examples, and then you're going to start to see a theme. So you got your photo done, or you're going to upgrade your photo. The next thing that you need to do is you need to start thinking about your bio. And I'm going to show you a bunch of examples of what your bio could look like. This right here is an example on Facebook. Melissa's going to give you some examples of Instagram. Those are the two platforms that we're focused on right now. So this one in particular is, and I'm going to show you a bunch of Facebook examples, is what we've been told is your Facebook cover is called a billboard. And on your billboard, you want to have a picture, one picture of yourself that will be different from your photo. And it represents your personality, who you are, okay? And then you're going to have your name somewhere on your billboard. And you are going to have a clear, almost like mission statement of what you stand for, so that when people come to you, it is very, very clear what you do. So for this Erica, she says, helping others to be healthy, happy, and the best version of themselves. And her photo is all that. She looks happy. She looks like she's healthy, and that represents who she is. And then at the very top, she highlights, you know, her other, as we call them, almost like her superpowers. So I want you guys to think about, like, what are your 3 superpowers? If you don't know, ask. Put that out there. I saw Lori, and I'm going to show Lori's example, and Lori can talk about it, but ask on social media, what do you think my 3 superpowers are? For this lady, she's a registered dietitian, she's a coach and mentor, and she's a powerhouse wife and mom. So you're going to put your 3 superpowers. And then the other thing is you always want to have a call to action of some sort. So her call to action on here is follow me. So you're going to follow her because she's going to give you stuff around being healthy, being happy, and helping you become the best version of yourself. Very clear branding. This next guy, Steve, very clear. Steve's on a mission to conquer cancer. He is a cancer thriver and understands what it is like to manage life during and after cancer. Feel better by understanding what your body needs. Love, laugh, thrive. He's a cancer thriver and he's a gut health coach. Click here. Very clear on what he does. 2 different photos, bright, clear, stands out. And then he actually has his website there too. He also has the link tree. So remember how we were telling you guys about your link tree? So he has conquer brain fog with food. And then he has a link tree. And the link tree is like your website. This lady here, Angela, on a mission to help women and their families by building confidence and financial freedom. Again, another mission. She's an entrepreneur. She's a coach and motivator. And I love this. She's a world-class mom. And she actually has her link tree right there. And she has a call to action. Follow me. Lori, I want to congratulate Lori. Lori came to our social media workshop and we had challenged her, well, all of you in the workshop, and Lori came up with this. Actually, I'm going to get Lori to unmute herself. And Lori, I want you to help people who are a little scared and intimidated by this exercise. How did you come up with this?
Okay, well, I mean, you helped me, you inspired me. When you talked about the 3 superpowers, I actually posted it. I posted that question on social media and I asked people, when you think of me, what are my 3 superpowers? And that gave me, it kind of guided me to come up with this. Again, you know, I took those ideas and we sat together and we chatted about it. So, doesn't mean that everybody's got to sit with you and chat about it. Just reach out to anybody, reach out to a sideline and kind of brainstorm together. And I actually did that this week. When we did the social media training, we were paired up with somebody, and I paired up with Jen, and we spoke, and we kind of bounced ideas off each other. And it was really easy. Like, I used Canva for this. And I am not like a professional on Canva. I have a lot to learn, but it was really, really straightforward to, just look up Facebook banners, and there's a ton of free templates there.
Awesome. So,
So, yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, can you also like, how did you, like it says, inspiring moms to raise their energy and cook healthy meals that their families will love. Like that, we started to niche down for you, right? Because I asked you, like, what is your passion? Like, what do you love to do? And you're just like, I love to cook healthy meals. Right? And so how did you come to this, like narrowing it down?
Oh gosh. I mean, I just looked at, this is what I love to do, and why do I do this, right? So what are people going to get out of cooking these healthy meals? Well, they're going to raise their energy. They're going to feel better about themselves. They're going to feel better that their families are not fighting at the dinner table like, ew, I don't want this. Like, so I'm trying to reach out to moms who are struggling with kids and picky eaters, and coming up with ideas on what to cook. So that's where I came up with that. It didn't take much to do.
And so when you did this, did you almost feel a relief of like, now I know what to post?
Yes.
Now it's going to be clear for you. Did that help you?
Yeah, because it's narrowed things down, right? There's more of a focus instead of just kind of being all over the place.
Right.
Right.
Awesome.
And I know I was worried about that, because I thought, well, then I'm going to miss a whole other group of people. But I know, like what you guys said, like you have to just be focused. Otherwise, you are going to miss people if you're too all over the place. So I love this.
Hey, Lori, I just had an idea to make it even more narrow. Instead of cook healthy meals that their families will love.
Okay.
A lot of people say that. What about to add in to stop the food fights, or how you just worded that a minute ago? Put something in there, just what came to me, because I thought that's just a little bit different than and more specific and different, that like a lot of people say, that their families will love. So that could be just so moms go, oh my God, yes, my kids are always fighting.
Okay.
Just a thought.
For sure. No, for sure. I'd love to. Like, I know when I created this, I did it really quickly. I was inspired. I had a chat with Nicole, and I was like, I'm going to do this right now. So we got off our call, and I'm like on Canva, and I'm doing this, but I looked at it after too, and I'm like, I know I could still tweak it. And I love like the feedback. So if anybody has feedback, just like send me a message, and I'll definitely keep working at this. And I love how we can always change our banner.
It may change again. And I think tonight, Nicole and I talked about putting you guys into breakout rooms to brainstorm on these taglines, because sometimes it's so hard to come up with it for yourself. But if you have some ideas, somebody might say, well, what about like this? So I think that would be good if we did that tonight.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so great job though. This is a great start.
Thanks.
And listen, guys, we're not asking you to look at like to launch this and be perfect. I want you to give it a go, and it's going to tweak. Like Melissa and I are still working on ours. Like it's not an easy thing, but once you start to narrow it down, it starts to feel really good. Here's another one, Marissa. I don't know, Marissa, are you on the call tonight? I don't know if she's on. Okay, so she ended up, no, she's not. Okay, so detox program, disease prevention, and gut health. So she's kind of like giving 3 things that she does. And then definitely, and I've told Marissa this, we have to work on her statement because it's very long and very wordy. But again, proud of her for taking a go at it. Okay, so we're going to have to work on Marissa's statement. She knows that. But again, she's going for it. She's starting to brand herself. We just have to tweak it a bit. Gen Z, I think, Jen, you're on here. Yes. Do you have a time to talk about yours, how you started yours?
I am on here, but I'm not video ready.
Oh, that's okay. We can at least hear your
not
voice.
fully dressed. Not fully dressed. Yeah, so this was a couple weeks back when you guys had first kind of challenged us privately about this. And I was really excited to take it on because it did help me to really narrow down my niche. And I've been working a lot with Melissa Hyde on narrowing my niche. And you're still going to capture other people. You know, I didn't have to put on here that I'm a mom, and those who know me and start to follow me, they'll catch on to that. But just really narrowing in what I can offer. And again, I did it on Canva, and I've changed it a couple times a little bit here and there with colors and stuff, but I was excited to put it up. And like you said, you can always, you know, tweak it as you go.
Yeah, I love the colors too that you chose. Really cool. I love your niche market there too. Very good. Okay, I'm going to keep on moving here. This is mine. I'm still working on it, ladies. Still like narrowing it down, but just again, working on mine. The call to action on this one is around the shred coming up, right? So I might even get more specific. The thing about your billboard is it's okay to keep on changing it. You can have a number of different billboards. So I'm probably going to have a couple. One that will be a call to action around when the next shred is coming. So I can change that starburst and say, you know, join us for our next shred, you know, July 1st, and change that up. And yeah, you don't have to be in a box and have the same billboard. You can change it up. So that's all I had there as example. Melissa's going to move into Instagram. I'm going to give her access to share screen, and she's going to show you some examples of what your bio could look like on Instagram, so that you guys can have that billboard effect. I can't hear you, Melissa, if you're talking. Where did she go? Melissa, hello.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. So it's not so much the billboards on Insta. This is more your bio that you can see, because you got to really be able to narrow it down so people know exactly what you're doing. So the same ones that I showed you guys last week is Jessie Lee. She's just the top leader and a coach. I'll help you. Global entrepreneur. So you know exactly what she does. And if you want to know what products, you can just go to the link in bio there. So you just got to get so specific with what you're doing. And then Lauren, exactly. What is she? Public speaker and bestselling author. I help women own their true voice. Register for my upcoming retreat. So there's her call to action. You can always check out her link tree to see what other products there are. And she's got a theme here of these different colors going on. You'll see that in most of the bios as well. Kelly that we mentioned, what is she all about? Plant-based recipes and nutrition tips. And what is she doing? It's always, I'm on a mission too, or I help women, or I help whatever it is. So people know exactly what you want, and the link tree, making it easy so people can, as I always say, I like to check out what products people are selling, but then when you are doing a type of video, be it live or pre-recorded, you can say, go to the link in my bio and you can order X, Y, Z, or for my favorite tan lotion, go in there, or for my favorite recipe for whatever, you can just tell them that, and you can see her colors and her theme all kind of matches there. Oh, and that's it. So I just had a few to share.
Okay, great. So we've only got 10 minutes. I don't think we're going to have time in the breakout room, but this is what I encourage you guys to do. Find a partner. That's what we did with the social media workshop. You guys had to find a partner. We connected you with somebody and you had to work on it together. It's better to bounce ideas off of someone. If you are struggling to find a partner, let us know. But yeah, and maybe just in the chat right now, you could put, I'm looking for a partner. So if you guys don't have a partner and you need a partner, just in the chat button right now, you guys can start going back and forth. So tonight, you guys can start to find a partner. In the meantime, I'm going to open it up for questions or comments. Sarah Naylor, do you want to talk about, I saw yours, you've changed your photo. You've got, would you do anything different on your brand?
Well, after seeing, because I wasn't on this social media workshop, but definitely changing my billboard. You know, I love the quote that's there, but just adding a picture of myself and definitely a call to action. Yeah, this is great, guys. I love it. I know so many people are inspired about this. Me too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we're just layering it up, right? We're working on your photo. We taught you how to do Linktree. Now we're working on the billboard, you know, which is exciting. Melissa, do you have it handy? The website that people can pay for to get the billboard? Do you have that handy in your notes? Remember
Oh, I
that
think
one?
it's Fiverr with 2 R's, fiverr.com.
Can you type it in the chat, love?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so that I want to just do a highlight. So there's two options. There's Canva. Canva's free. You heard Lori use it. It is pretty user friendly. But for some people that's still way over their head, you can grab the website. It's $10 US, and it is a company that will actually do the billboard for you. And you have to fill out a template. You have to download your 3 superpowers, your call to action, your photo, the feel of it, the color, and then they will actually create it for you. And I know that Fraser Brook, is that his name?
Brooks.
Brooks. He actually uses them all the time because he's always changing his billboard. And he goes, it's great. It saves him a lot of time and they're skilled at doing it. So don't be intimidated. Spend a little bit of money if you don't think you have that creative element. You can also use that as well. Yeah. Where is the recording tape from last week? Yeah, Nikki Webb ended up putting it, I believe, in Team B. She downloaded it, and she also put it under the social media units tab in Team B. I think it's unit number 8. You guys can go back and watch it. It was a workshop. It was 2 hours, and we actually went into a lot of detail. The second thing I want to let you guys know is we used a workbook for the social media workshop based on what we got from GoPro Accelerator. That workshop booklet is actually down or is under files in Team B. And there were 9 questions that we got everybody to answer to help them get to a place where they could do their billboard. So that's a great exercise. Go to file. It's the first one. It says social media workbook. You can open it up and I would go through and answer those 9 questions if you're struggling what your brand will be. Okay. Any questions, comments about what we are sharing? Ilona, you've got your photo nailed down. What have you learned and what are you going to do different with your billboard?
Well, my billboard is just something like a quote that spoke to me years ago, and I put it up there. So I've been really stuck, and I don't know if any of you will feel this way. I feel like, I'm going to be honest, I feel like this is making me fit into a little box that I'm not. And I know that because I was telling Gen Z this, I said, so if I say on my billboard, I help moms regain their confidence through nutrition or whatever, then do the other people that are not moms feel left out? And she said, no, you're just going in on your niche, but that doesn't mean that moms or dads or kids or teenagers or whatever can't be a part of what you're doing. So I was having a hard time really with the niche part. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to leave anybody out. And maybe you can explain that.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, Melissa, you go for it first.
you want people, when they come across your profile, your page, to go, oh my gosh, she gets me. Me too. She's just like me. As opposed to general, I have people in nutrition.
Okay.
That doesn't make me relate to you. Like, okay, yeah, that's good. But you want somebody to say, oh my gosh, me too. She
Okay.
gets me. She's talking to me. So when you do a post, be it a post, video, you figure out who your avatar is. So you say moms. I say drill down. What age? Moms with toddlers, middle-aged moms, senior moms, whatever, dancing moms, like whatever it is, so that you narrow right down so that your message will land on them, that they will feel and you'll feel like you're talking right to that avatar that you've got in mind. So if you want people exactly like you on your team, you're going to say things exactly like them. You can talk about kids in elementary school because that's who you have, and that's who your target market is. So when I come across your page, that's not, my kids aren't that age, but I will see Nicole talk about kids that are independent. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. So you're going to get more of your target market. Like there's so many, what is there, 7-8 billion people on this planet?
I know. So I'm
do
glad
not
you
need to
explained
worry
that.
about,
Yeah.
you do not need to worry about not having enough.
Yeah, but I think I always want to include
Sure.
everyone, right? I'm like really inclusive and I like everybody. And so then I feel like, am I limiting myself? But I'm not. It's just the billboard. And then they get to know me anyway. So I just needed to talk that through. So that was my reason of why I haven't done it, because I want to say like mom of teenagers, right? Or something like that. So yeah, I'll definitely need a partner to work with for sure.
Yeah, definitely grab somebody and do that, and maybe start with that person and then switch with somebody else just to get different feedback, different ideas. Like things come up, right? Once you do that first draft and then somebody else reads it. Oh, what about like this? And you're like, oh yeah, I love that word, and revise it. But as I just said, a shitty first draft is better than doing nothing.
Right. I love that.
And with yours, I love that statement, but it doesn't tell me anything about what you do.
Nope. It really doesn't. No.
I love it. I freaking love that quote, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
you know
why don't
another,
be afraid to leave people out. You got to narrow down, and you'll be way more successful in that marketplace because you're going to fulfill somebody's need. When you say this mom, this age, this, it's just like, yes, that's what I was looking for.
Okay. Love that. Thank you.
And what I've noticed, I was scrolling through groups today to kind of see some other examples, and I would challenge you guys to go into groups and just put different, just as you are narrowing down to find out what other groups are out there that might be similar to what you're thinking about. So an example would be, I came across this group today. It was called Fit Over 50. And I'm like, oh, Terry's like, are you part of that group, Terry? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I was like, oh, I'm going to join. I'm 50 and I sure want to be fit. But the conversation in there is so good and so juicy. Of course, like when I say the conversation, do you know how many people today were talking about weight issues and tired? Like, oh my gosh, like the pain in there was just like, I'm like, shred, 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 juice plus. Now, obviously, I'm not going to like hammer that, but I started to get into conversations with women, and I wasn't I didn't know what to expect. But do you see how it's fit over 50? But in that conversation and in that group, there's so much more than that. And that's what I mean about like, you can target, like, for me, I'm definitely like, I love to work with women, but I still like, there's still men that I work with. But they still are drawn to me in different ways, but I still am narrowing it down to women, if that makes sense, Alona, right? Like I still get comments on my social media platform for men and thanks for doing what you're doing. But I'm very clear on like, I'm working with women, to be the best version of themselves. And I still need to market. I'm still working on some power words that I might end up, tweaking, whether it be the age of the woman or what exactly am I working on? Is it hormones? Is it menopause? So I'm working to even tweak it even more, Alona, if that helps. So yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks guys. I'm so excited that you guys joined. I hope you learned a little bit more about upping your game in social media. Reminder, go to the file, do the 9 questions, partner up with someone, watch the social media training video that we did last week. And yeah, we're just really excited. It'll be so neat to see each one of you getting to that niche. And you heard it from Lori. It's easier now for her to post. And that's what we want for you. I think when people say it's hard to post, it's because you're confused. You get that? So when I niched down to Gorgeous Gray Movement on Instagram, it was so easy for me to post. I don't get stressed out about it anymore because I know exactly what to post in regards to like the movement. And then on my other channel, I post on nutrition. So I keep those two separate, but it's easy for me to post now. That makes sense? Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly let you know what's coming up this week because we've got some pretty big events, and then I will stay on to welcome any new partners and go through our onboarding if there are any new partners. So Father's Day is coming up this Sunday. So I'm going to say happy Father's Day to all the men on our team. I see Brandon is on here. Hi, Brandon. Happy Father's Day. I want to also shout out to Brandon because he did his first event last night. He did awesome. I was so proud of him. You would never guess that he was nervous, but he did his first PowerPoint presentation in front of, I think, I don't know, like 9, 10, maybe even 12 people at one time. We did have some guests on, and he did the shred event. He led it. He was the host. He shared his story. Brad shared his story. Jim shared his story. They all did fantastic. So proud of our men on our team. You did great. And he's like, okay, when's my next one? I'm so excited. So congratulations for getting out of your comfort zone. So just a couple things I just want to make sure that you guys have. Monday night, the 21st is the big corporate, I'm going to say business event. It's hosted by our corporate office. And I would say that that particular event is all going to be about learning more about our company and our opportunities. So you know, you guys, that we've got the Come Join Us right now for free. It would be so great for any of your new people that have never got connected to corporate to jump on or to hear more about our mission and our vision and where we're going. So that's on the 21st. Kombucha is coming up. Mai is teaching kombucha on the 22nd. We also have a healthy snack demo on the 22nd as well in the evening time. And of course, all of our other calls. Remember, we've just launched a couple new Come Join Us calls. So for Ilona and Gen Z, thank you, ladies. They are hosting in the West. So for all of our West folks that need later times, they're doing Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So make sure that you leverage those calls. Quick 30 minutes to introduce you to our business. That's the first one. And then in the East, we have Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30. Okay. And they're for you guys, for partners to build. And then I also want to say one more thing, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Mondays, we do Power Hour for 2 hours, 10 till noon, 2 hours. Why do we do 2 hours on Monday? To set ourselves up for the week. So we really roll up our sleeves and we invite people to all of the events for the week. So I just want to encourage you and remind you that we did that for your team, for the team to build. That's all I had. Melissa, Sarah, any last minute words before I wrap up?
I'm busy working on my social media. I got inspired. I'm like, I got to do it now. No, I think that's so great. Just want to say thank you for everyone stepping up. I'm seeing like really massive changes in a lot of people, and it just really, really excites me. So way to go, everyone.
Awesome. Mom, you made a comment.
I just saw that some people were asking for partners, and we make sure everybody got a partner? I know Kim Kahn was looking for one, so.
Okay, Melissa, did you write them down or help partner up while I was
I did, because people are partnering. So I'm like, just reach out to somebody on the team that you know, whether it's a sideline, somebody on your up. And if you don't know, if you're brand new, just reach out to your upline and they can help you or put you in touch with us or somebody else on the team. So
awesome. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to say goodnight, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to stop the recording. And then if there are